Visit with you just a minute about this horse. This horse is owned by Rebecca Ward. We've only been out here about 15 or 20 minutes. And when I evaluate a horse, I try to find out where the horse is kind of at, where he's been, and it also tells me how he's been handled. And I'm really pleased with this little guy. He's a little lazy, he's a little dull. He's been on hay stamps for quite a while now. But he's a good mind. He's really wants to please you. And Becca's done a nice job of getting this horse right, both in the mind and in the body, and the whole horse. And when somebody gets the horse really right, like she did, it stays in there, unless somebody comes along and messes it up. Hopefully, I'm not messing it up. Now, this horse yesterday, we were working another horse, and he wanted to crowd in and whatnot. And we had to drive him off. It's pretty funny, really. But today he's learning that he has to respect my distance. So I asked him to stay there. And now I'm going to ask him to come on in. He might be a little dull. See, he tried. There's a try. There's a foot, a release. I'm going to ask and release. I'm going to ask and release. And I'm going to say, that's it. Now reach out and let him know he's all right. Now I could put him here, I could put him there, I could put him over there, sitting here. So when you get your horses right, and especially for somebody that's getting older or they got disabilities, that doesn't leave you out of the game, because you can do this sitting down just as well as you can on your feet. Then later you can get up on a fence and do exactly the same thing. So the big thing is staying safe and everything else. If I wanted to move them back, I might make it hard for him to stay there. But some people say, well, you'll make him head shy doing that. No, I won't. Now I'm going to ask him to come on in again. Release. Ask. Release. Ask. Ask. Release. As soon as that foot leaves the ground, there's a release. He's looking over my shoulder here. So I'm going to do some things to get that mind back. See how he's looking over my shoulder? I'm going to bump, bump, bump. I'm going to ask. There. Now he's back to me somewhat. But you need to notice where your horse's eye and mind is. And then do something to get the eye and mind back to you. See, all he's doing is being a horse, and that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But I got to get the attention back when the mind drifts. See, if you don't do that, that's how horses will learn to shut people out of the picture, because the human didn't see it. So now he's back with me totally. So now I can ask for something and release. Ask, release. Let him know he's all right. Now I can send him back this way. Now, I want to show you something about these ropes and what you can do. If you go straight up and down, you can get them right here if you need to, if they're pushing on your crowd. If something's really pushing toward you on this side, I can send a coil up and tap that left nostril. If he was pushed on that side, I could send a coil up and pop the right nostril a little bit and say, no, no. And I could do it softly, or I could do it hard. I prefer to do it soft, of course. But she's done a real nice job with this horse. She's got a great attitude, really wants to please. So this horse has got all the basics in place to really go on and be a really great horse. And